It's game time. Today, 10 tenacious teams have journeyed to Splat-A-Lot to go head-to-head with the Defiant Defenders as they strive to capture the highly coveted crown of Splat-A-Lot.
Intimidation!
Will these defenders be able to keep the castle safe from the attackers, preserve the kingdom of Splat-A-Lot, and in the end, reign victorious? Who will tumble? Who will tilt? Who will teeter? And who will go splat?
Welcome to Splat-A-Lot, everybody. I'm Jason Agnew, and this is my co-host, Matt. I found my wardrobe in a trash bin. Chin, what is with the worn-out clothes, buddy?
It's laundry day at my house tomorrow, so I'm down to my last clothing options for the year.
Hold on. You only do laundry once a year?
No one likes doing laundry, Jay, so why do it more than once a year?
Well, I guess there's logic in there somewhere.
Maybe we should forget about my worn-out fashion and get on with the splatting.
Let's take a look at the castle. All 10 attackers will start out attempting to cross the merciless moat, with the fastest 6 moving on to ditch the dungeon. The 4 who survive that will advance to the night assault for their shot at becoming the king or queen of Splat-A-Lot. Wow, those clothes kind of have a mothball mixed with mold scent to them, don't they?
Jealous?
Not exactly, Maddie. Here's more about the moat. Attackers begin to cross the moat round by being shot out of the Splat-A-Pulse.
Hello, Vile Volley!
Then it's up the slippery slope and onto the mace roll before heading down the impossible incline and onto the beastly battle axes.
It's a one-stop chop.
Then it's time for the Bridge of Disaster.
Good day, Aqualizer.
And a vault on the wavering warhead that takes them to the finished platform.
Someday I want that moat to be stocked with sharks and alligators.
Today will not be that day.
Well, time to talk about the defenders. In the moat today will be Vayne.
I'm Fatal.
She sure is. And how about a little dose of terror from Thorn?
Yikes.
Playtime's over.
What do you use that thing for? Mashed potatoes?
Well, you don't have to be smart to be a defender.
You just have to be nasty, and seeing Vayne on the Vile Volley, Fatal on the Splatzuka, and Thorn on the Slime Stick, I say nasty is what we're gonna get.
This place looks like a piece of cake to get through.
I don't know what kind of cake Nick is used to eating, but I doubt it's this soggy.
Why have a piece of cake when you can just eat the whole thing?
That's some vain logic for you.
Dodged it.
Nick is almost across the mace, but suddenly goes for a plunge. Fatal takes aim.
And Nick gets splatted.
It's time to put the icing on this one.
That's right, Thorn. Time to turn this cake topping into a topple.
Vayne, I know you've been holding it out, but maybe today just break out the old bow and arrow.
Fatal with a request for archery from Vayne.
Vayne's bow is in the shop. It needs a tune-up every 2,000 splats.
And Nick has made it to the finished platform with a 442.
I love hamburgers!
Is this the all-food episode?
That was a hamburger cannonball, bro. I like that.
Here comes a splat ball for his patty.
Jordan clears the mace roll.
No one comes up in here and takes our crown.
Now Thorn's upset as this hamburger fan is becoming a hot dog on the moat.
To water down that hamburger.
Put a little mustard on him, or moat water, whichever one.
As Jordan recovers from a slip on the bridge to make the finished platform with a 356.
Time for the secret sauce.
Eat my fist, defenders!
More food.
Jocelyn!
Vayne has gotta be loving this. He's all about eating, and of course, splatting attackers.
You know, Jocelyn, I don't eat fists, I eat sandwiches. Fists are too bony for me.
The mace proves to be too much for Jocelyn as she gets bent like Beckham and into the drink.
She's okay, but this girl lacks the spice to continue.
Cowabunga!
The end of the food theme?
Cows are food.
Up the band, there you are. That all you got? So nice to have another girl at the castle.
Can this girl do better than Jocelyn?
Maybe by a foot, but same result.
Saran has picked herself up and
Slipped right back in.
look out for Thorn on the vicious vaporizer.
Too late, that zebra's going for another bath at the watering hole.
And look at this. Saran wraps it up and up onto the finished platform, hanging on with a 436.
And look at this embarrassing victory dance. No need for slime here.
Let's have more fun.
Time to test that theory.
Big shot out of the Splat-A-Pulse.
And here comes a shot from Vayne.
Inches.
We're seeing that again as Abby dodges a Vile Volley from Vayne. Catch up with her on the incline.
And there she goes.
Oh, yes, Sons. They want to have fun.
I think defenders have more fun, Abby.
Well, Abby sure aces the moat. Oh, aces is a strong word, but she made it with an 832. Still no new laundry, Maddie?
Couple things in the dryer, Jay. I'll keep you posted.
Oh, please do. In the meantime, let's take a look at our leaderboard for the results so far. Jordan's in the lead with an impressive 356, followed by Saran, Nick, and Abby. Unfortunately, Jocelyn did not finish, so her day is done.
Good news, Jay. Fresh socks.
Oh, amazing! Too bad they don't match. Coming up, 5 more attackers hit the moat, and Matt cleans up his act when Laundry Day and Splat-A-Lot continue. Welcome back to Splat-A-Lot, bringing you all the action. I'm Jason Agnew. This is Matt Chin.
With a jacket fresh from the laundry.
I'm guessing you do not own an iron.
What do you want from me?
Just less wrinkles. Checking in on the leaderboard, we have Jordan with a 356, followed by Saran, Nick, Abby, and Jocelyn, however, did not finish. Now what are you doing?
I thought a little spritz of water would help with the wrinkles.
Oh, this is gross. Where did you get that water from?
The moat?
Oh, that is not water. Gross. Great, now Fatale's laughing at us.
Looks like Vane and Thorn are set for our next attacker.
If you ain't Dutch, you ain't much.
Take that, the rest of the world.
Hey, look! A Flying Dutchman!
That was a good one.
Wish I thought of it.
And Jacob flies up the maze.
If you ain't Thorn, you ain't Thorn.
You should at least put a rhyme on that one, Thorn. Here comes a vapor assault from the Rhymeless Wonder, but Jacob makes it over.
Never me, I was at the start. I'm your bro.
Why don't you go get another donut?
Because we ran out.
Vane doesn't even realize when he's being insulted.
We still last as Jacob goes back into the moat.
Fatale with the final shot that Jacob deflects, posting a time of 5:05.
Popcorn pickle!
Hey, the food theme is back.
And here's Vane with a shot from the Vile Volley.
You flipped like a patty there. Would you like fries with that?
Michaela does her best bacon double splat burger.
Let's pick up Michaela at the battle axes.
And she goes splat.
Michaela bounces back up.
And gets herself into a pickle on the wavering warhead.
Still clocking in a final time of 5:46.
I like bacon.
Well, let's see if Nathan can sizzle on the moat. Whoa, he dodges this splat ball, and Vane is off target again.
You like bacon, I like you. We're friends.
Don't be distracted by the food references, Vane.
Would you look at Nathan scrambling to complete the maze crossing?
Then getting smoked on the incline.
Now let's see what Nathan can do. Okay, never mind.
Another attacker fails to finish.
At least I can report that Nathan's okay.
Are you ready to rumble?
Never!
Splat for me!
I think that's a Phantom of the Opera reference. Ooh, look at those eyes. Terrifying, but what a run on the maze. Motivated by anger.
I'm still shaken by the sight, but not enough to miss that stumbling splat off the impossible incline.
Tyree, watch out for the chandelier! My grabber shoots better.
It's another Phantom reference.
Splat for me, Tyree, when you fall in love.
That was beautiful?
You know, Tyree, that's certainly where you long to be.
Thorn doing a great job of embarrassing himself.
And Tyree doing a great job of bouncing herself into the moat.
Tyree's in with an even 4, knocking Abby out of the competition.
Powdered mini donut.
And the food theme is back.
Oh, what's the sauce for?
For trespassing, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, nobody invited you attackers to the castle, so don't be surprised when you get a spike to the face.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you.
Ew, that's gross. Nobody said the slime would be tasty.
Dylan manages to steady himself.
Oh! Dylan is so focused that the water blast comes as a surprise.
Now that is a fatale distraction.
No doubt.
Dylan clears the axes.
Not quite.
But it has no effect on Dylan as he banks a 432 and secures a place in the second round.
Adios, Michaela.
So it looks like it will be Jordan, Tyree, Dylan, Saran, Nick, and Jacob advancing to the Ditch the Dungeon round. Look at you, Maddie. You are a t-shirt away from being all cleaned up.
I know, right? Laundry day really is working out for me.
You bet it is. Oh, no. Coming up next, our 6 remaining attackers attempt to ditch the dungeon when Splat-A-Lot returns. We are back with more Splat-A-Lot. I'm Jason Agnew, and this is the newly laundered Matthew Chin.
Now that I've straightened out my little wardrobe malfunction, I can't wait to see more attackers go splat.
With the laundry done, it's time for a toast. Break out the sodas, buddy.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
Cheers. Oh! 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 I should have mentioned I got these from Thorn.
It's gonna be a year before this is clean again.
Attempting an escape today will be Saran, Tyree, Nick, Dylan, Jacob, and Jordan.
And I'm gonna be forced to commentate without a t-shirt, so thanks for that, Jason and Thorn.
The Ditch the Dungeon round starts off with the attackers escaping the stock market, making their way over the splat walk, and finding themselves on the Lonesome Ladder. They then want to climb to the top, grabbing one of 4 flags that will be their invite to the final round.
But look out, because the defenders will be pelting them with everything they've got.
6 enter, 4 advance.
Leaving 2 attackers sorely disappointed. And making sure that happens today will be these 3. The Brutish Barbarian, Scab. Kookaburra. And completing the trio will be the Nasty Knight, Medivh.
Welcome to... Welcome to... Line... Welcome to Splatterlot.
Locked up in the stock market, we have Jacob in orange, Jordan in green and yellow, Tyree in pink, Dylan in light green, Nick in blue, and Saran in zebra.
And waiting for them, we have Scab on the Frog Frother, Kook on the Splat Ball, and Medivh on the phone?
She better hang up, because here come the attackers. They're coming through the gate and hitting the splat walk as Tyree takes an early lead.
And Scab lets loose with the foam. What is she doing?
Medivh!
Sorry, guys. I got to go get my head did, you know.
We're defending, Medivh!
No, I help you see. But I got to go, child.
Don't go, please don't go.
Looks like there'll be only 2 defenders out there on the ladder as Medivh's going to get her hair did.
Okay, you know what? We've got this.
Makes no difference to Kook as he nails Saran with the Splat Ball.
Team Australia.
Team Aussie.
Team Aussie.
Nick's not liking this. Sisters are doing
No singing when you're with me, you understand?
Scab shuts that down immediately.
I love Kook, but his singing can be annoying.
Who needs Medivh when you've got Kookab or Skabook, as I like to say?
Whatever you call them, they're taking care of business all over that ladder.
It really is a scary down-under combo.
The Australian Wonder team is making it impossible to get a grip. Right, Nick?
Kookaba, switcheroo!
Switching!
Let's see if this switch makes any difference.
Scab comes crashing in.
Tough start.
What is happening up there?
It's chaos, and the 2 defenders are down.
Get up, you guys.
The defenders are pulling off a total deception move.
Intimidation! I love it, but I don't think Nick feels the same way.
Hold on, Saran.
Hold on, Kook.
Whoa.
Saran goes for a slide and almost has Kook join her.
Hey, you want to go do some defending?
Yes!
Let's go!
This can't be good. What are they up to now?
Here you go. How about you press one button, I press the other one?
The multi-shot splatter batter.
Not a fan.
Come on, look at all those attackers going for a splat. I think this calls for another look. Saran goes for a slide, which causes Jordan, Nick, and Tyree to join her at the bottom. Purple plague!
Purple plague!
Oh, no, not the purple plague.
Oh, yeah, the purple plague.
Can the attackers weather this disease?
I doubt it. Tyree falls prey and Saran is going down. Medivh, you watching? We're seeing again, just for the look on Saran's face.
You know, this best friend combo is absolutely devastating the attackers. What can they do?
They're completely outmatched, Jay.
The phone's ringing. I'll get it.
Unless it's a new t-shirt calling, I'm not here.
Hello?
I wonder who it is.
Don't ask me. I didn't even know the dungeon had a phone.
Oh, it's Medivh. She says we're doing a great job.
Oh, how nice of her. So considerate. That was sarcasm, by the way. If she was considerate, she'd be here defending. At least Scab and Kook have been on their game, taking out Saran at least 5 times now.
These attackers aren't giving up yet.
They've unleashed the waterfall, which spells trouble for Tyree and now Jordan. And how about Scab giving Dylan a full helmet of free? Look out below. Hey, Nick, why don't you join him down there?
Saran is about to.
No! Yes! That was the best kind of surprise. Defenders in your face.
Kook looks to have more than he can handle up there. Tyree has made it through and has the first flag.
Scab to the rescue, and down goes Saran and Jacob.
Dylan is making a big move, but can he get past Scab? And Dylan has made it. 2 flags down, 2 to go. And look at this. Nick has made it 3 flags. Who will grab the final flag? The 3 remaining attackers are on their way. I've never seen 2 attackers make it so close. Jordan slips, and Saran has found the final flag. What a finish.
Skabook has some explaining to do.
Neck and neck to the top. It's a shame one of them had to be eliminated. Excellent battle, Jacob.
He was Dutch and not much.
And here goes Jordan.
5th place means no hamburgers for you.
Medivh!
Really, Kook? This is all her fault?
In the meantime, disappointment makes way for triumph as our 4 remaining attackers prepare to take on the Night Assault in order to capture the crown of Splat-A-Lot. And heading into that round, we have Tyree, Dylan, Nick, and Saran. Hey, you got a new shirt.
Yeah, just found it.
That's mine!
No, it's not. It's another guy named Jason.
Oh, Jason who?
Spagnu?
Coming up, 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 crown when Splat-A-Lot concludes. Welcome back to the finale of this episode of Splat-A-Lot. I'm Jason Agnew. This is the t-shirt thief known as Matthew Chin.
Fine, it's your shirt. But if you were a real friend, you'd give me the shirt off your back and not just the shirt I found in your backpack.
Oh, you found it.
Joining us in the Night Assault will be Tyree, Saran, Nick, and Dylan.
I usually do that part, you know?
You work too hard, and besides, you lent me your shirt. Now tell us about the Night Assault.
It all starts with a plunge into the dire mire, which includes a jump over the barrier of all barriers. Then it's onto the very tricky, terrifying tees. Clear that, then it's over to the ultra-spinny scary-go-round, which brings you face-to-face with the annihilating arm and its 2 cousins, the gruesome twosome. Then it's a challenging streak in front of the clobbering cannons, a jump to the royal ramps, and a lead to the rock wall to victory. There sits the crown, making one lucky attacker the king or queen of Splat-A-Lot.
Excellent work as always, Jay.
Thanks, buddy. Why don't you go ahead and keep my shirt?
Nice, my plan worked.
What's that?
That's right, Jason. All 6 defenders are out there in this round. We'll have Bane and Fatale, Best Buds, Kook and Scab, with Thorn on the Vapors, and Mediva.
I finally got my hair did. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. In the meantime, look out for Saran in the zebra colors, Tyree in pink, Nick in the blue, and Dylan in green. And the attackers are on their way to the mire. Straight into the muck. The attackers are headed for the barrier. Here they go. And Dylan is over. Wait, why is he going back? Oh, looks like he lost a shoe. Found it.
Hello, Nick, and welcome!
Fatale is pouring it on. Tyree starts with a T and ends on a T. How's that cake now, Nick? I've got nothing for Saran.
Here's Dylan with a big leap.
Oh! And an even bigger splat.
Can Nick and Saran make this work on the tees?
Oh, it is so nice to see that there's camaraderie among the attackers. I love that.
It worked for Nick. He's finished the tees. And Dylan is just in time to break up Saran's party. Nicely done, Dylan.
Nick with a surge onto the scary-go-round. And he's able to hold on. Under the arm he goes as we jet back to Dylan on the tees. He bounces his way to the end. Heading back to Nick on the annihilating arm, the defenders are really laying it on.
And away goes Dylan into the swamp.
Let's see if Nick can land on the twosome.
Not so much.
You've just crossed over into the Splat-A-Lot zone.
That was kind of scary, I guess. Saran's still working it out on the tees, but this time, she's made it. And now Tyree joins her.
Ladies first.
Looks like Tyree has a shot at the lead.
Nope. The annihilating arm annihilates.
Here comes Saran for her crack at the arm.
She gets up there, but now Nick has to deal with the after effect.
Dylan is on as well.
As well as off. Would Saran care to join them?
She's holding on, so maybe not.
Maybe so.
Oh, wow. Hey, everyone quit. I'm ready to go home. I don't care.
Here's Tyree joining in the fun. Can she make it over the arm? Up she goes. And she's got a very strong approach with Nick ducking under at the same time.
Thank you.
And Tyree has made it over.
She forgot the whole landing part.
Now Nick will try to take the lead. He's up and over the arm. Nicely done. Now he's ignoring the goo grenades.
And also ignoring the gruesome twosome.
Saran is ready to take another shot at the arm.
Not the most graceful climb.
Maybe not, but it's not about style points here, Matt. And she's over.
And Dylan seems to think this is a merry-go-round.
Oh no, after all that work, Saran is back in the swamp.
Zebra down. Dylan might as well join her.
Nick challenging the cannons.
Cannons win.
High fives to everybody.
Can Tyree stick the landing? Yes. Can Saran stick it too?
She did it. And off goes Tyree, too.
Scab trying to confuse Nick, but he's not falling for it.
Oh, he's falling all right. Leaping zebras.
Stand up.
Oh, Tyree gets canonized. Dylan jumps for the twosome, and he holds on. This is turning into a very close race.
Tyree is really having a ball with those cannons.
Scab is still trying to work the high five option with Nick.
And he falls for it again. The defenders Tigers have turned on the mind games. They're just messing with the zebra now.
She's across and leaping for the royal ramps. Now Tyree is trying to join her.
Can't believe the zebra may win this thing. Medivh needs to snap out of her hair fixation.
Saran makes a play for the wall.
Nope. Whoa!
Tyree is coming over and she is on the ramps.
Looks like Medivh is kind of into this.
Can Tyree cling to the wall? Well, it does look that way, but can she keep her hold?
She's on!
Tyree's looking strong as Saran takes another stab at the wall.
I don't think so.
Tyree is climbing her way to the top with no competition in sight.
The only thing that can stop her now are the defenders.
It's too little too late. As Tyree has reached the top, she's found the crown, and Tyree is the new queen of Splat-A-Lot.
Dylan, Saran, and Nick, you've been served.
Another terrific competition as all 4 of our finalists seem to have a shot at the crown.
3 out of the 4. I didn't see Dylan anywhere near the royal ramps. Getting the crown is certainly a big deal for our attackers, but I like to look at it another way. The bigger the splat, the better the attacker. So without further delay, I bring you the splat of the day. Saran holds on to the annihilating arm just long enough to do a black and white backflip into the swamp, giving this zebra the cowabunga splat of the day.
And beginning at the start of the castle, here's Queen Tyree's journey to the crown. She clocked the second fastest time on the moat and kept that determination going in the dungeon, leaping, loping, and lunging her way until she was able to grab the first flag in order to move on to the night assault, where she certainly didn't have an easy time of it, but she never gave up, and this led to the well-deserved royal headwear that we call the Crown of Splat-A-Lot. Time to turn things over to Her Royal Highness in the castle.
My first act as Queen of Splat-A-Lot is to throw one of you into the moat. Sadly, it's not all of you. But tonight, it will be you, Vane.
Vane? Really?
Well, the day began with a lot of food talk, so it's only fitting that it should end with the biggest eater getting tossed into the swamp. Well, that's it for us. Matt has his laundry done, so what more could we want? I'm Jason Agnew.
And this is Jason's shirt.
Stolen by Matt Chin, saying hope you had fun, and so long from Splat-A-Lot.
Take it away, Vane.
I'm here getting it so